pregame show.
2K Sports, I'm Ernie John and Kenny the Jet Smith. Going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Come out strong and make their mark early. They have opportunity to do just that. Parker, who came into the league as a speedster point guard, but now as a veteran, Kenny, he's evolved into just one.
We the best! Yeah, we taking over! Listen! Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Virginia. From down in Miami, where warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, holla at me. B&H-Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali. Catman, Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing and spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel and switch it. Red light stop, make it drop for the...
The Oklahoma City Thunder on the road as they take on their Western Conference rival in today's game. We're live at AT&T Center. Welcome to San Antonio, Texas for this Spurs home game. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And the Spurs start out with the ball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Oklahoma City right now, down low it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Durant in at the small forward. Kept alive. Here's Aldridge. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the second free throw, good.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
And the wide open shot from Green. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Durant kicks to Westbrook. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games, at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
Duncan with the bucket.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Westbrook kicks for the finish. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And here now the Thunder following the bucket by the Spurs.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Now here's Leonard. Duncan right side. And it's blocked by Adams. But he stays with it. Parker passes to Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 6 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Leonard with the steal. Parker left side. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 6. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
That's really a good picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
It's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing smart basketball. And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
Nobody near Leonard. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's Westbrook with the drive, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Waiters is checked in. Duncan with the bucket.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Thunder trailing by 8. Inside. Here's Waiters, and it's sent back by Aldridge. In transition, here comes San Antonio. That pushes it to double digits. Leonard's got 5.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Here's Mills. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Diaw with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open. You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Now here's Waiters. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
Now here's West, looking for his first basket still in this one. And Durant sends it back. Now here is 4. Defense is right there. That ties it up. And that's now 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Pass to Martin. All sorts of time. And the jumper is good.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
It's tipped. West with the steal. And here we go. Here's Anderson. Westbrook with the block. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Westbrook leading the charge. Ano Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Kyle Singler's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Ginobili gets the bucket.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
San Antonio leading. He dishes it to Anderson. Outside for Martin. Buries the long-range jumper. Martin's got 5 points so far.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Got a piece of it. West with the steal. Shot no good. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Spurs up by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy.
I think it's another level I can go to. You know, always can be better. That's how I look at things. Teammates need me more than ever now.
Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that in.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Aldridge out there with Duncan, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio foul. The finish. Oh!
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
I tell you what, at this point in his career, it is safe to say, actually has been for a while, that Duncan might be one of the best power forwards ever. He is, clearly. 5 rings, 50-win seasons, his whole career. The complete package on the box.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in. Then for the Thunder, Anthony Morrow's checked in for Singler. Roberson comes in for Dion Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Randy Foye. And Duncan, who briefly contemplated retiring after last season, showed in the playoffs, Greg, he is still very much at the top of his game.
Listen, Tim Duncan, for me, is the greatest power forward to ever play the game, although Pop will tell you he's actually a center in the power forward's body. I mean, what a great matchup. Yeah, how great was he, I should say, in the matchup against the Clippers last season. And throughout his career, he has been more consistent than a clock. I mean, it doesn't matter the year or who he's up against. This guy just finds a way to leave his mark on the game.
And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw in the playoffs last year, Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees. But being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body.
Open shot, Green can't get it to go. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's Roberson, covered by Parker. Another miss by Westbrook.
You know, getting back to Duncan, when you talk to his teammates, they'll tell you he's disciplined. He maintains a strict diet, does off-the-floor training, from boxing to swimming, throwing tires, running in the sand. That keeps him motivated and engaged.
Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
In talking about Duncan's new look, Coach Popovich had an interesting quote. Pop said, I look at him and tell him, you look like Sprewell used to look. Just skin and bones, ligaments and tendons. I mean, but you know what? You can't argue with success, and not many people have had more than Tim Duncan.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Passes it to Morrow. Westbrook dishes to Ibaka. Kicks it to Morrow. There's the triple. 6 on the shot clock. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here's Ginobili. They double team Ginobili. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. And for Manu Ginobili last season, not his best. Down in every measurable category since his rookie year. He's 37, myriad of injuries. You know, but Greg, there's still something so special about that play.
Yeah, I mean, so much of his game is about movement. And Kevin, after 13 full seasons and factor in all of the international competition, you're going to have to start to show some wear and tear, and that's been the case for Manu.
Excellent point. He played 4 pro years overseas before the NBA. And the Spurs with some changes. David West, he's checked in for Aldridge. Martin comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Westbrook with the bucket.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there. You know, guys, getting back to Ginobili, the most concerning part about last year centers around his shooting. Down in field goal, three-point, and free throw percentage. Just could not find the mark all season long.
And finished off by Martin.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage. And looking forward for Ginobili, he may have to reshape his game a little bit. Less commotion overall to try and reduce turnovers. Maybe accepting more of a toned-down role versus the catalyst role that he's really enjoyed over the course of his career.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Daniel Green. Then for the Thunder, Durant comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Anthony Morrow. There's the feed to Cantor. And Waiters kicks to Durant. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
Spurs leading by 11. And here's Mills from the arc. That's good. Mills has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Mills. Martin wide open. He fires. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Pass to Roberson. Wide open. Rebound San Antonio.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Anderson. And Cantor pulls it down.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Gets it down to single digits. And it's 7 points for Dion Waiters.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. San Antonio leading by 9. Feeds it to Mills. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Westbrook. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Waiters leading the charge. It's blocked, and that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes on a bounce. Thunder retain possession. Just 4 seconds left now here in the second.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
And here's Mills from the arc. He knocks it down right at the buzzer.
That's a shot he'll never forget. As dramatic as they come.
He's got a special knack for the big moments. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
And that concludes the first half. Spurs lead by 10. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, David, a great first half that demonstrates a lot of the evolution of this team. As a veteran of this group, can you tell us a bit about the concepts that have helped this cohesion?
You know, we've developed some good habits, creating an identity, but we've just got to continue to try to make the right play every single time. And then the game will speak for itself.
David, thank you. Guys, Coach would point directly to this guy as to what this team is all about.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. It was all about San Antonio as the game got going. They had the upper hand early, defense and offense clicking, opening up an 8-2 run after the tip. Plain. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here.
Second half just about to get going here. Oh, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Kawhi Leonard with another great season last year earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Here's Westbrook after the basket by San Antonio. Dishes to Ibaka. A three-pointer, no good.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Thunder trailing by 14. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them, and sour.
Outside, Green. Durant with the steal. There's the dish to Ibaka. Nailed from three-point land.
Putting you in. Let's go.
Ibaka's got 9. Spurs leading by 11. Parker kicks to Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 5 assists in the game.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Roberson.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Here's Duncan, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 11. Left side Durant. 6 to shoot. Westbrook kicks to Morrow. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Clark, they went 25-27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
Here's Aldridge. Plays it in without an inch of room around him. Aldridge has got 8 points.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. On the wing, Green. Out to the right wing. Nobody near Parker. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Parker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Westbrook against Parker. It's tipped. For 3, Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Green against Durant. He feeds it to Morrow. Inside. Adams, the pass to Durant. We all know about Durant's injury last season. Strange because he was the model of health pretty much before that.
He really was. I mean, just rarely missed extended time. And factor in he, along with Westbrook, 2 guys who have been really the model of durability. Health is something he nor the fans will ever take for granted again.
And the Thunder making a change here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Adams. Singler comes in for Serge Ibaka. Dion Waiters checked in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook. Kevin Martin on the wing. He's guarded by Waiters. Here's Anderson. Nice D from Singler.
A quick note about Kevin Durant and his ability to stay on the floor. Prior to last season, he played in 97% of all games that he could have. That's high-level durability there.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
Now Mills. After Enes Kanter's three-pointer that didn't go. Shots good by Mills.
And thinking about how much Durant has played, that 97% of games played is for international play and playoffs. That's an incredible amount of games that he's suited up for. You wonder if it just wore down his body.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for San Antonio. Roberson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. There's 21 seconds left in the third. Martin kicks to Mills. Here's West, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
It'll count, and that's not going to go. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Spurs leading by 18. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in at the 1. That's the San Antonio 5. And here is Waiters. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Waiters dishes to Kanter. Screened by Ibaka. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Leonard. Oh!
And that's the classic classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Pia.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court. You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team, and they prove you wrong. What Popovich said last year, he feels it might actually be the case.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. McGarry's checked in for Enes Kanter. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Waiters. And it's Payne in for Roberson. Green, no luck.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
You know, one thing about this San Antonio team, they just didn't go away last year. Pop himself said he felt they peaked in the 2014 finals.
You know, and you wonder if what Pop said is true. Spurs lost in the first round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that organization, they'll still be competing, I believe, for quite some time.
And the shot is good. That's 10 points for Aldridge.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Payne kicks to McGarry. Foy from long range. Green with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Payne. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. To the inside. Here's Marjanovic. Taken away. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Payne. Hands it from downtown.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And the foul called on Daniel Green. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And here's Westbrook from the arc. No good. Good D by Parker.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Leonard against Durant. Leonard attacking, and it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Count the bucket. 14 points for Russell Westbrook.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Now here's Durant. Knocked loose. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Here's Leonard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Leonard has been playing really well. 22 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today. Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
San Antonio making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. Leonard attacking. The shot no good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Westbrook passes to Adams. Down low. Here's Durant. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge. One thing about Kevin Durant, when you talk with him, he's got such a laid-back demeanor. They'll tell you he is as competitive, Greg, as they come.
Yeah, what you see on the outside with Kevin is a mirage, a fake out, if you will, because on the inside, this guy burns with competitive fire and brimstone.
Here's Foy. Boris Diaw picking up that last basket. Here's Roberson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
And with Durant, his competitive spirit really comes out in crunch time. He demands the ball when the game's on the line, and more often than not, he gets it and delivers.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And guys, talking about Durant, he may not wear it on his sleeve, but he's really upped his energy and emotion on the defensive end. I mean, he's seen that defense wins championships, and that's the only thing on his mind right now. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for San Antonio.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin. Quite honestly, they were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Leonard. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Now here's Durant.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
He doesn't get the second one.
Durant doing all sorts of things. 10 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court. And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking about, they did have to go to their bench more and more. And Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players were playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually, they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they took advantage of it.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
Off target from three-point range. West inside. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, with the game out of reach, intentional fouls don't mean anything. It's just an exercise in futility. Let the clock go.
Yeah, I agree with you, Clark. Just doesn't really make a lot of sense at this point.
Now here's Mills. Martin attacking, and he dunks it down.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
There's Foy with the three, and he gets it to go. Seven seconds left in the game. And here's Mills for three. Cannot hit. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 24. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, they can game plan all they want, but unless they can put more time on the clock, I think this bad boy's over.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they hope to get accomplished with this timeout here.
Here's Cantor. Bucket's good.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.